All right, coming to you live from the trampoline. It's beautiful outside, and we're going to talk about astrology, more so how what's going to happen as Pluto is going into retrograde. If you came here from the Instagram video, this is the more in-depth, and we're going to start from the beginning and work our way on what to expect and how to really push through it and use it to your fullest potential, as well as kind of how to clear things out, okay? Because that process is kind of hard. It can be hard, but it's not going to be hard because you got this. First thing is, as Pluto is going into retrograde, basically what I was saying on the my Instagram reel is that every retrograde is going to push certain things up to the surface, okay? Everything kind of has maybe a different category. Maybe a really big life lesson for you recently or whatever has been relationships. Maybe it has been empowerment in your relationships. Maybe it is breaking free from some sort of karmic connection, a person a lover that you just keep bumping into. Maybe it's a lover with the same type of like attributes, the same type of vibe every single time you reconnect, and you have to break whatever that is. Okay? I see a lot of people get extremely stuck in the realm of wanting to experience love in a really certain way when it comes to lovers, and that's what they want, or they'll want that in a person, and they'll give themselves up to this person completely, only to get extremely fucking hurt every single time. And you will literally know the exact same cycle. You'll be like, why do I keep dragging in, you know, drug dealers? Why do I keep dragging in people that are struggling with this? Why do I keep dragging people, bringing in people that are really bad at commitment? Because you haven't broken the cycle you're speaking it, but you haven't broken the cycle to actually break free, to speak your mind and to say, I'm done when you notice these patterns. So this is what I'm trying to say is as these things are coming up, now apart from that, we are past the stage in our life as grown-ass adults to where we're going to keep going back to those patterns. You're going to stop going to the freaking psychics that are going to give you the dumb answer that you want to hear and then keep you coming back for more. Stop going to asking your friends about the same people. Stop asking your friends that you know are just going to give you the answer that you want to hear versus the answer that you need to hear to freaking grow. If you're still doing that, we are not on the same wavelength. We are done with that. Done. And you can break those patterns. Okay. The other things that as things start to come up, like I was saying on the Instagram reel, is you have qualities that are like subcategories, right? Maybe it is using your voice. Maybe it is learning more discernment. Maybe it is having more patience. Maybe it is speaking out in a certain way. Maybe it is to be able to maybe stay a little bit more quiet because you could be a hothead and you got to figure out your temper, right? These are like little qualities. And then you have the big main issue that you could be dealing with, right? Maybe it is disconnecting from family members. Okay, let's just use that as an example because it's a pretty common one at the moment of grown-ass adults, and we're disconnecting from like our mother or our father or adopted parents or not adopted parents or aunt or uncle or brother, whoever, right? And you're 30 or 40 years old, late 20s, maybe you're 18 or however old you are when you're watching this, whatever lifetime you're living right now. The most important thing is as you are disconnecting, you have to know that you have had this solid connection with these people for 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 20 years, however long. That's a lot of years and a lot of energy being connected, which is why it is one of the hardest connections to break at this time for you. Extremely hard. Why is it hard? Because it feels uncomfortable, because you were in a place of being extremely abused with these connections throughout your whole entire life. So you had to learn through childhood the complete opposite of what, you should have been learning. Not really what you should have been, because this is a life that you are living to unlearn everything and then relearn how to be to your fullest potential. Okay? So that's why it hurts. So that's why it's like you'll maybe disconnect a little bit, and then you'll have the situation come up during another retrograde of like, okay, crap, maybe my mom reached out to me or my dad reached out to me, I just disconnected, or I saw them in a store. But the reason why it's because it's like, if you have worked on disconnecting, the universe is going to present you with that same situation again and be like, you said that you were disconnecting. Are you able to do it? Are you able to do the things that you are speaking into existence? I'm done talking to them. I'm done being connected to these types of people. I'm done with this type of habit. I'm done smoking. I'm done with drugs. I'm done with whatever it is. You keep saying it, but are you going to do it? Nobody can do it for you. You are a grown ass adult. You can do it. The uncomfortable feeling comes after you have actually severed the ties, after those ties are being cut, after those cords are done, and it feels uncomfortable. It really does. Your body will actually have physical reactions. Maybe you're actually shaking because you finally have said no. Maybe you are feeling that anxiety rush through your body, but that is literally because the energy is broken, because you literally just aligned with something new and you're doing a new pattern in your body. That's why your body is having the reaction that it is. It's a really, 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 really big thing for you to do. And you have to stick with it. You have to stick with it because it's going to be probably one of the most beneficial things for your life. Okay? Once you are clearing those pathways, it's the next 5 months, and you're probably going to see the exact same type of situation come up, the same, whatever people, maybe a little bit, but it gets easier because you notice the pattern. Once you notice it, it's easy to fight that. It starts to like actually fizzle because you start to see people in a completely different light that you've been interacting with. You start to see them beyond all realms and layers. They can't hide from you anymore. So it's like that type of energy or entity can no longer hide from you, if that's making sense. Like at all, they can no longer hide from you. And you can see it, you can cop it right away. The mask is gone, but you have to be able to power through it. Everybody that could have hurt you, whether maybe you're dealing with family, that's just a prominent one for a lot of different reasons, but family, right? You start to see their mask, you start to watch them slip, you start to see where they're like that little smirk comes in. Like I'm telling you, you just see it. It's matrixy shit. Like it's actually wild when you see it. You copy, you're like, what was that? That was not a normal, regular entity. I see you. And they know that you see them. They're here to help you. They're here to push you. And once you recognize that they are here to push you, they're not here to be your friend. They were here to put you through what you had to go through so that you get out. They already know what they signed up for. Do you know what you signed up for? You kind of can cradle in and out of knowing and remembering, and then it kind of going back to not knowing, because that's a part of the human experience for us to kind of keep learning. You kind of fizzle back in and you fizzle back out of it. And when you remember yourself, you empower yourself. You're like, hold up, I remember who I am. I'm not about to deal with none of this. This is not, And that's when you empower yourself, when you're going through that. It's okay to mourn. It's okay to be sad. I went through the mourning process like maybe a couple months ago. I disconnected from some people that were actually like awful, but I was spiritually aligned with them for a while. It was just for a certain time, and I had to disconnect from the energy. I had to keep going. I'm one of those people that's like, when you know what your job is, you know that you ain't gonna always just settle in. You know that you're here to do that work. Get comfy because you're here to do that work. You know what I mean? How to kind of clean up your energy with it. You need to be the one speaking light into your life, okay? Sit in front of the mirror. Your mirrors are really, really powerful enchanted images. Talk through them, talk to them, and talk to you through that mirror. Sit there day after day, stroke your hair, love your body, look at your body, tell yourself that you can do this, that you've got this. Every time it starts to get dark, you have to be able to know that there is a light. Because if you're one of those people that are saying, it's always dark, I'm never going to get through this, like I can't do this, that's not the energy that I'm riding with. That is not the energy. It's I can do this. This is hard in this moment, but I've got this, man. I've got this. Like I know that I can get through this. I know that I can. I know that I can. Okay, I can do this. Once you keep that mindset of I can, you will start to move through things. You're going to feel your actual energy elevate. But if you keep that I can't bullshit, you ain't ever going to fucking get through it. Stop talking to yourself like that. That's petty. That's ugly ass energy. We don't have time for that. We do not have time for that type of energy. Why do you steady bring your energy down when you can lift it up? It takes the exact same amount of energy to lift yourself up, and then to take yourself down, and then to try to come back up from that depth. Because it's repetitive pattern. You keep saying you can't, here you go, you can't, oh I can't, okay, I can't. Whereas if you can struggle up here, and maybe it brings you a little bit here, but then you're already up here being like, okay, I can, you keep going. But why are we going this way and this way? You don't need to be that hard. You make it more difficult than what it is, bro. It does not need to be that way. Homie, it does not need to be that way. So that's how you're also going to elevate yourself as you're moving through those things. You need to know that it is okay to kind of be in the silence and be within yourself. Get comfy, be in with yourself. How do you get comfy? Figure out your hobbies. Stop acting like you don't know how to research stuff. Stop using ChatGPT all the time. Like, literally, go pick up a book. Go sit outside. Figure out your hobbies. Find something busy to do to elevate your energy, because that creative flow is your divine masculine. Your intuition is your divine feminine, which is up here. Get yourself back in alignment. Stop wasting your time. Your body, your mind, body, soul, and spirit need something to kind of juice it up to be able to elevate itself, okay? That's really, really important. That's why I say find a hobby, find something to do. Stop wasting your time scrolling on this phone all the time, unless you're taking in actual information that's going to help you. It's okay to like rest for a while. Of course it is. It's okay to slow down, but find something. Like if you right now, if I ask you what's your hobby and you can't figure it out, you need to figure it out. Find something to ground yourself into this reality so that you can find something to stay busy when you're kind of moving through stuff. Like, I'm telling you, that type of stuff helps. It's not corny. It's not like, oh, a hobby. Like, yes, go get a journal and draw. Like, that sounds silly. What am I going to draw? If you don't know what to draw, then you need to be doing it. Figure it out. Figure it out. It should not take me this many times to tell you to figure it out. You know what I mean? Now you're here, and now we're talking. Are you going to actually listen to me or no? You're not going to listen to it, are you? If it felt that convincing when I say that, up your boundaries. Like, for real, like, these are actual things. You should not let me convince you otherwise, other than that you are amazing. You need to remember that about yourself. Does that kind of make sense? So those are important things to know as it's going into retrograde, because I always tell you that there is a time during the year that Mama Earth takes her breath in. That is during the fall and during the winter, okay? The last thing that you want is to take everything in when Mama Earth is taking her breath out and not do a damn thing during this beautiful season. That is real. I tell you guys this every single year, every single season. Keep it in here, because this period of being able to actually recharge yourself up here with the sun is only going to last so long. You need to be able to recharge yourself as much as you can so that you can continue to move forward, okay? That is what is super, super important, because you need to get all these life lessons, get that work out, because I'm telling you, once it gets crunchy and once it gets cold, when she's taking her breath in, those lessons are going to be hard. You don't need to take them all with you like that, homie. You do not need to take them all with you like that at all. It does not need to be that way. Do as much as you can now, because you can recharge yourself. You can find things to do. You can go out on a walk. You can go, bathe yourself in Mother Nature and her water and her sun. Get your feet in the grass. Like, she's up, awake for you to do this. Dead ass. Like, do not waste your time. You will enjoy it. And then you become more grounded. And as you begin to do this more and love on yourself, you begin to, like, literally move at more of a state of peace. Legitimately, you do. It's a beautiful, 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 beautiful state of peace, because it's an understanding about you can just see things around you differently. Especially when you disconnect from people. Like, some of you don't always have the time to take care of everybody around you in your immediate life and in your immediate family. Like, you got to remember that, especially if people aren't pouring back into you. But I'm kind of done with that message of people pouring back into you, because you should know that by now. You really should know that by now. And if you don't, then that's on you, and you got to go figure out what that means for people to pour back into you. I can't even, as much as I want to go through that message, I literally cannot go through that message to do. So that's one of the other important things that you need to know. I'm trying to think of anything else. I feel like I've told you as much as I can right now. And hopefully that this helps you moving forward. Tune in. I really want to give you more messages like this. I keep saying that I want to have certain videos on here. And I don't know. I'm really feeling the route of, like, more in-depth talks like this. Let me know. I actually would like to hear from you. Are you, like, somebody that really likes to prop things up like this and have that? Or are you trying to escape from things? Or are you wanting, like, things that are just, like, sillier or what? Like, I'm trying to figure that out. Sometimes it just feels good to kind of get this out for you. You know what I mean? So, anyways, I say yo, much love. I hope that this helps you, beautiful, beautiful beings. And have a beautiful, beautiful day.